Hello, my name is Selena.
And my name's Theoni, and you are listening to Piping Hot.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another fantastic episode of Piping Hot. We are so beyond grateful that you have joined us today.
So beyond grateful. Without you, we would be broke. Just kidding. We don't make money off of this.
We don't.
I wish we were big enough to monetize roads. You know how nice that would be?
With our 3 listeners? No.
Literally.
Just
No,
kidding.
I want it so bad. I really want a side gig. I really do. And I don't know
Yes.
what that would be, but I need it.
I agree with you. I think it would be really fun to have a side gig. But, like, I have already so many side things that I'm like, I think this is enough. Because did I tell you about that one time where I was like, oh, my God, I'm going to try to make candles?
Yeah, you briefly told me about that.
Yeah, it was, like, it quickly died. See? Do you see? Like, I'm, like, just, like, constantly thinking of, like, what I could do. Because I think it would be fun, right?
Yeah.
But then it just dies. The idea dies.
Well, I've thought so many times of like making sweatshirts that are like embroidered.
Yes.
Like buying an embroidery machine,
Yes.
like whatever. But I'm like, I don't want to do that.
Well, first of all, how do you do that? Like,
I don't know, but I'd
Look,
learn.
how much is the machine? Like, that's the thing too. Like,
I don't know. Less than I spend on other bullshit.
Okay,
Probably.
True.
So, yeah. I've thought about impulse buying a sewing like / embroidery machine like so many times within the past 2 months. I used to sew a little bit and I just haven't done it in a really long time.
You should get one.
I feel like that would be fun. I could like make clothes and stuff.
Yeah, that would be really fun. I feel like I wish I got into sewing, but I never did.
It's like a good skill to have. I'm definitely not good at it.
Yes. Yeah.
But like I feel like it'd be fun to like perfect a skill.
Oh, yeah.
Just like you doing
definitely.
your scuba, I can learn to sew.
Oh, yeah, exactly. There you go. When you first said that, I was like, scuba what? I'm like, oh, yeah, I did that. I feel like I've lived 1,000 lives since then.
Literally, that was like a week and a half ago.
Yes!
So, with that being said, how are you doing? How's life?
Yeah,
How's your
I'm
family?
doing...
What is that a quote from?
I don't know.
How's
Is it from a
life?
movie?
How's your family?
It's a song.
It's Taylor Swift. Right?
Back to December.
Yes. Okay.
Superior song. Love that song. Anyways,
yeah.
I'm doing all right. Work has been very, very, very hectic. But I feel like it's like karma at this point because like
karma is a boyfriend.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Because in the summer I was like literally doing nothing, and now I like am always working now. So yeah, that's super fun.
Nice.
But Jack and I got our car. I think during the last episode I told you that we got one, but then we finally picked it up from the dealership.
Nice.
We might name him Milo, but we're not sure yet.
Oh my
right?
gosh,
It's TBD.
that's cute. Where did Milo come from?
Jack, it's based off of a Pokemon name.
Yeah.
Because, okay, so technically we went like halvesies on the car, right? So it's like both of ours. It's technically under his name for the title or whatever. And because he's going to be driving it most of the time, I was like, oh, you can name the car. Like, what do you think the car should be named? And it's so funny because I was joking. I was like, oh, you get to name the car because I got to name our 2 dogs. So I get actual animals and you just get an inanimate object to name. How
generous of you.
I know, right? Like, I'm
you're
just so nice.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. TBD, he's still, like, trying to decide what to name it. But honestly, it is such a nice car. It's such a nice car. I love it.
Nice.
But yeah. I think that's it from my end. But yeah, it's been a really, really busy week. I'm just trying to survive over here. But how are you?
Get you, girl. I'm okay. I feel like I have been able to slow down just a little bit this week after a crazy last week with just a bunch of stuff. So that's been good. I have a busy weekend ahead of me, but like all fun things.
Good.
But yeah, work is fine. My supervisor is going to be gone for like a while. So it's literally just going to be me on the child focus team. Well, me and my coworker, because my coworker does Monday through Wednesday. So we'll have that. But Thursday, Friday, it's literally just me. So it's going to be crazy. But it'll be fine. I've done it before.
Okay.
But literally things at work are just not great. Like this union can suck my a-hole because my coworker today, my friend, she got an email saying, if you don't become a part of the union by tomorrow, we're terminating your employment. So she's literally being forced into joining a union, and this email came out of nowhere. So now we're all like, are we going to get these emails? Are we going to get terminated without knowing it? Like, what's going on? So we have no idea.
Wait,
what's happening.
What?
Yeah, it's so stupid. And we're like pissed at the company because they could have handled this union stuff better. We're pissed at the union because what kind of union are people forced to join?
Yeah.
That doesn't make any sense.
No.
So it's some bullshit. But
wow.
I'll rant about it when I'm in the office tomorrow.
Yeah.
Excuse me. And yeah, we'll figure it out from there. But
yeah, wow.
That's my main stressor right now. But I'm just ready to be done with this work week, honestly. I really, truly am.
It's been a long week. Like, I don't know why it's felt so long. Like, it hasn't gone fast. The days go by so fucking slow.
Yep.
Like, I don't know.
I don't know either. Literally. Yeah. So anyways.
What are you drinking today?
So, nothing.
Cool. Very nice.
No, I literally went to like sip this a second ago, my like knockoff Stanley cup, and then I realized it was empty.
Yeah.
And then I realized, wow, I'm probably pretty dehydrated. So I'm going to have to get some water after this because your girl is thirsty.
Yeah, no.
Hey.
That's good.
Sorry.
Sorry. It's always disappointing. It's always disappointing when you go grab your like water bottle and it's fucking empty, and I'm like, literally. How is this empty?
And like, I have to go downstairs to like fill it up. No,
it's so annoying.
Literally,
it's so annoying.
Rude. What are you drinking?
I'm drinking a Premier Protein energy drink, not energy drink, a protein shake.
Look at you.
Because I think I might be going to the gym after recording this, but honestly, it's been a fucking day that I might just like stay home.
Honestly, full support. Do what's going to make you feel good.
Right? Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. All right. What are you reading right now?
I am still reading She Is a Haunting, which is that like young adult horror / thriller novel. I'm almost done. I think I might finish it either tonight or tomorrow. Okay. It started off really slow, but then I kind of got the gist of it, and I was like, oh, okay, I got this. Like, it's like, it's good. I think the writing is phenomenal, but it's just like, again, I don't think I'm familiar with this genre, so like, I don't know like if the pacing is correct by like genre standards or whatever, but it's good. The unfortunate thing though is that I read it before bed and then I have wild fucking dreams.
Girl, like, that's scary.
Like really, really wild, crazy dreams, and I'm like, you know what? I don't think I should be doing that.
Maybe a different book before bed.
Would be good. Yeah, exactly. What are you reading?
I don't think I'm reading anything right now.
Really?
I've been really reading, like, I'll read a book and finish it in, like, 2 days as I do, and then just not read for a week. I've been really weird with my reading the past couple months.
Okay.
So, I'm going to be starting this, what's it called? The Long Game by Elena Armas soon.
Yes.
But we'll see when that happens.
But honestly, though, I feel like that's a good breather because you read it so fast and then you kind of have like a week off or whatever and then like dive into another book. Like I feel like that's very normal.
Yeah, for sure. So thank you for validating me.
What are you watching?
So Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Nice.
The Kardashians. The new season is out, so I've been watching that.
Nice.
And, oh, the new season of the Great British Baking Show just started. And I tried to start watching it today, but our stupid Netflix, like, for some reason, that's the one app on my TV downstairs that we all share. And my roommates have noticed this too, where it just crashes all the time. It doesn't load. It's really, really bizarre. So that kept happening. So I said, screw it. And then I ended up watching Always Sunny. But I'm going to start that when I'm able.
Yeah, that's weird. Does it need like an update on the TV? Like that's
really, I don't even know.
I don't know
really
either.
Don't. So who knows? But what are you watching?
Nothing much. Honestly, I've been sitting on TikTok. Jack and I did watch Castlevania Nocturne, one of the episodes on Netflix. Okay. But other than that, it's just like I'm not really watching anything.
Interesting.
Yeah. So I mean that's fine. I'm so fucking busy anyway. So
yeah, so it's okay to not right now.
Yeah. Okay, wait, I forgot. Going back to reading, even though it's not reading related, but it's like more book related, I had sent you on Twitter that there's going to be a sequel to The House on the Carillion Sea called Somewhere Beyond the Sea, coming out next fall.
Wait, next fall?
Next fall.
That's it's September, so far away.
September 2024.
Dang.
Yeah, right? I almost cried when I saw that announcement.
I need to see them again. What's his name? Arthur and Linus?
Yes.
His name is Linus, right?
It is. You're right. Good job for remembering.
Thank you. My poor Chauncey.
Yeah, and all the little kids. Yeah. Like, I'm so excited. I'm intrigued to see like where it picks up. If it's immediate or if it's like a year later or whatever. And like what are they doing beyond the sea? Like I wonder. Yeah. I wonder. So
that'll be so interesting.
Yeah.
I will definitely reread that book before the sequel. That's super exciting.
100%. 100%. But yeah, I'm very excited for that.
Me too. Okay, what are you listening to?
Oh, I'm not really listening to anything. Well, I've been listening to like, when I'm working and stuff, I have like stuff in the background. So I've been listening to like folklore in the background. Spotify has these like curated playlists that they make for you. And I've been listening to this like day list playlist that it always generates new stuff. Cool. But yeah, nothing exciting.
Yeah.
What about you?
No, me neither, honestly. I did add a couple Daisy Jones songs to my October playlist. I just feel like it fits fall vibes.
That does.
I just need it, and I haven't listened in a little bit, and I just like love that music. It's like comfort music to me at this point.
Honestly, yeah. I feel like our experience with Daisy Jones and the Six happened like a million years ago, but it was only just this past February. Like
it literally feels like so long.
It feels like so long, but again, I agree. It feels like returning to something that I know.
It does.
Like, oh, like that. It feels so good. Like
literally. So yeah, I've been enjoying that again.
Good. What's our last thing? What are you consuming?
What am I consuming? I made these like salmon and asparagus foils with just some like garlic, lemon stuff.
Yum.
They kind of turned out like weird compared to the last time I made them, so I'm not really sure why. And then I've been eating these like taco bowls I made, which honestly would be good, but I did not put enough flavoring in the meat, so it's a little bland to be honest.
Got it. Okay.
But yeah, those are my two kind of like meals I've been eating this week. So
you know what? I'm proud of you for cooking.
Thank you so much, Selena. Like, honestly, I hate cooking. I truly do.
I know.
Yeah.
It's very brave of you.
Thank you. I'm like kind of sick of my food by now as well, but I'm going to just like eat it and it'll be what it is.
Yeah.
What are you consuming?
So I went out with a friend the other night, which again, I think that's what fucked me up, because when I was out to dinner with them, I was like, oh my God, I'm having such a great time. And obviously I was drinking alcohol too. Yeah. For some reason, I felt like that was the weekend. And I'm like, oh my God, no, it's a stupid Tuesday. It's literally Tuesday. Like, kill me now, please. I think that's what fucked me up in my head too, because I'm like, oh my God, I feel like this is a weekend, but it's not.
Yeah.
Went to this like cute cocktail bar.
Oh, fun.
And I got a cocktail, and then we also ordered bread and a mac and cheese pizza.
I love both of those things.
Yeah, no, it was
that sounds
so
amazing.
Good. It was so good, and it was like so cute inside too. Like
nice.
The vibe was great. Yeah. So.
Okay. Yes, you have to take me there someday.
Yeah, no, we'll have to go.
Okay. I have no pop culture, just so you know.
I have no pop culture either.
We're failures.
Honestly, it's been such a busy fucking week. I like never not come with pop culture, but like this week, it's just been so whack, you guys. Like I don't know. Is it like the transition from like summer to fall? Like, is that what's fucking me up too? Like,
I don't know. I think it's gotta be a bunch of things, and it's weird we're both in a funk at the same time.
Yes,
so that's gotta be saying something. I do have to mention one thing, which is a little more serious because I feel like we can't not mention it. Okay. Is like the conflict between Israel and I was gonna say Palestine. But I also don't think that's like totally fair. So I would say like Israel and Hamas, which is like the terrorist organization. Yeah. Honestly, it is very, very scary. Mm-hmm. And it's just another one of those things where like I don't have a lot to say on it because it doesn't affect me personally, like, you know, but it is weird to just think about like, we've talked about this before with other things, but it's like how many things we've lived through in our lifetime.
I know.
And now it's like, I feel like for years and years, we're like, when's the next world war? And like all these things. And I like truly feel like it just, I don't know. I just have like such a bad feeling about it. And I feel so bad for the families. And it's so sad. It's all over my TikTok. Like I've seen so many parents like pleading to news reporters to like bring their kids back and like all of these things. And it's really, really horrible. So if you guys don't know a lot about it, I'm not going to speak about it because I'm not that great at speaking about that stuff. So I don't want to say wrong information. But like, I do think it's important for all of us to be informed about what's going on. And I think we've talked about this with other things as well. I think people are so quick to choose sides or whatever. And it's just like, let's educate ourselves and realize that this has to do with like a terrorist organization, like not an entire population of people, you know?
Yeah. And I'm in the same boat too, where it's like, it's been all over my Twitter and stuff. But I think adding on to what you said as well is I think we need to take into account that this has been like years in the making. Like it's been like slowly growing worse over the years, and like it's just there's just so much context that like I clearly don't have because like some of that stuff happened so long ago, but like it's still built on to where we are today. You know what I mean? So it's like, yes, try to educate yourself, but also like just know that like if you can't, that's okay, because this is such a complex situation where it's like there's just so many things that you need to consider, or at least from what I've been seeing, it's like it's not just like a one and done thing. It's like, oh no, like this happened and then this happened and then this and it built off of this and all that stuff. So it's like a lot to grasp. Also though, like I'm not really good at history. I was never good at history. Yeah. And so it's hard for me personally to grasp, you know, like relations on that side of the world or whatever. I can barely fucking grasp the American Revolution. Like, literally. Fuck me. So like it's hard just for me in my brain to like really grasp like what is going on over there and how it led to where it is now. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So. And it's just really horrible. And I know the US has been getting threats and like all these different things. And apparently I'm not like okay, I sound like the apparently no, I literally sound like apparently no, I should be him for Halloween. Anyways, that would be iconic. Okay, sorry, this is so serious. But it's like apparently Joe Biden gave money to the organization because they like it was some sort of like trade-off with like people they like kidnapped or something like that, and he gave them money. Yeah. I think like a week or two before the attacks happened. And so people are thinking that like the US money basically helped fund that.
Yeah.
And like, again, don't take my word for anything I'm saying, because I'm not just spewing bullshit, but I don't know the details behind it. So, but again, it's so complex. Yeah. I literally hate our country. I hate so much about this. No, seriously, it's really, really concerning. And it's interesting from a religious perspective. I'm very wary to say anything about this because I'm not one of those believers. So I believe that Jesus is gonna come again and all that, whatever, yay. But like, I'm also wary of people who are like false prophets in a way, where it's like they say things and they try to make predictions and all this stuff. And I'm like, in my eyes, you don't know. Like, it's gonna happen when it's gonna happen. We can't predict that. But there's so many things that people are saying line up with what's said in the Bible or what's in their teachings, and like all this stuff of things that are happening in the world that are like playing out before our eyes. And so from that perspective, as like a religious person, is kind of scary. I try not to get too in my head about that because, again, I don't know, but it is just really weird.
I think that's totally valid, 100%. But I think you also need to consider that the human brain now in 2023 has never had the amount of information from our fingertips than it did all the way back in the day. Like, technology has evolved that like we get so much information every single day that it's like maybe our brain is not supposed to process this much. And so like maybe that's like an overstimulation as well, that it's like a-okay to feel those things, because honestly, like what we are processing and what we're taking in every day is not normal. Like that's not the normal amount that we should be consuming.
No, for anybody of any belief. Yeah.
Exactly. As I sit on fucking TikTok for hours on end. Like,
so
that's not
long.
We're not supposed
TikTok
to do that.
For so long yesterday. Yep.
Like, no. Like, we have like a media overload that unfortunately just came with the evolution of technology. And I think it also plays into the fact of like we can have news 24/7, and like it's a blessing and a curse, you know? Like we know more as a population now of like current events, but I'm like, that's a lot of current events that are happening 24/7. Like, I don't know if our human brains are like evolved to that point of like being able to take it and then be okay, you know?
So anyways, we don't, again, that was like not even scratching the surface of all of that, but I feel like I had to mention it because it's such a big world event happening right now. So
definitely.
Yeah.
The only pop culture thing that I have is that the Taylor Swift Eras Tour movie premiered yesterday in LA. So we're recording this a week early, so like by next week it'd already be out. But yeah, so she had her like little red carpet moment or whatever, and then Beyonce showed up on the red carpet, which like I know was so sweet. And it's so funny because everyone's like, oh my God, like I didn't know that Beyonce would show up, blah blah, like Beyonce never supports anyone, blah blah. And I'm like, yeah, I know Beyonce doesn't ever support anyone because she like literally lives underground. Like, good for her, right?
Yeah.
But I think it's but I think it's also interesting too, because if you look back at their history, their paths intertwined so closely that it makes sense why Beyonce would show up to support and Taylor doing vice versa or whatever. Because let's not forget, Kanye West at the 2012 VMAs 2009. Sorry, I knew I was like a little off. He's the one who came up on stage and said that Beyonce blah blah should have won da da da, right?
Beyonce deserves the greatest video of all time.
Yes, exactly, right? So their paths were already intertwined there, and I think it was like Beyonce had like apologized to Taylor Swift backstage, which again, women apologizing for things that they should not be apologizing for. Still, like she did not have to do that, but I think I forgot too that like they probably have a relationship that we don't even know about, but I love it so much. Like, I love it.
But even if they don't have a relationship, I think about the statement that makes. They're like the two of the biggest stars right now.
Yes.
Their tours are both huge. So
Yeah.
to see them like getting along and supporting each other versus like being pitted against each other like people try to do, I think that's like a huge statement in itself.
I agree. So, I 100% agree.
Yeah.
And I think that's why it was like such a big moment last night.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm trying to think of any other pop culture moments, but like honestly, I don't.
I don't think so. Yeah. Well, with that being said, do you want to tell everyone what we're talking about today?
Yes. So, Theoni and I are doing another episode of Am I the Asshole from the infamous subreddit on Reddit called Am I the Asshole? We had a lot of fun last time that we did it. So we were like, oh my God, let's do it again. Because you know us, we love to judge people.
No, we do. And I love to give my opinion as well.
Yes.
So it's interesting. I learned how to use Reddit just for this. I picked some out. I don't know if they'll be good or not.
Yeah,
but
that's okay.
We'll see how it goes.
Yeah. Oh, I'm excited.
Okay. Let me pull these up.
Oh, wait, have you read them yet?
No.
Or did you just like skim? Oh, okay.
Yeah, I didn't even read them at all.
Oh my gosh.
So
okay.
We'll see. Okay. Am I the asshole for using a lot of money from my child support?
For what?
For what?
What do you mean?
Yeah.
Like using a lot of money from the child support for
what? Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So let's see. My parents divorced when I was 8. The custody was basically in a 70-30 arrangement, and my dad was ordered to pay child support. I recently turned 18, and we started a conversation about if it was necessary for it to carry on or not. My mom was very adamant that it should be continued, and my dad accepted with the condition that the money was put into a bank account that I could have access to use anytime I want. So he opened an account in my name, which both me and my mom can have money from. I've been using it a lot, mainly to buy courses, Uber drives, and ordering food. I know it's irresponsible and I probably should manage the money better, but it just feels nice to be able to pay for the things I want. Today, Mom sat me down to have a chat about it. She said that she uses the money to pay for my things and that I can't use it that much. I said that I understood, but that Dad said I could use it anytime I want. We argued a bit and she said that if I didn't learn how to control my spending better, I should just go live with Dad. My defense is that it's not like I have spent all of the money. Dad is very annoying about saving and how we should always be prepared and etc. So I put a portion of it in a savings account. And even of the money that's left, I spent about half of it. But I do understand that if Mom wanted to do something with the money, she would have to reform her plans to fit my spending. Dad says the money is technically mine to do whatever I want, but that I should be mindful of excessive spending and plan an arrangement with her on how much we each can take from the account. Mom says that I'm still too young to manage that money and that I don't know what I'm doing. Am I the asshole? I don't think he's the asshole at all, honestly. I think it sounds like they just need to sit down and talk about it.
I was just going to say.
Because reading this, I can hear that he is getting two different perspectives from his dad, his mom. He's in the middle of it. He's an 18-year-old kid who is recognizing that maybe he shouldn't spend that money on stuff, but he still is. What I'm confused about is if he's 18, is he still in high school? Is he not?
Yeah.
Is he like living for free in his mom's home? Like, what is his mom wanting to use that money to pay for her? So there's a lot of lingering questions I have about that.
Yeah, like the poster didn't give us enough information. Honestly, I agree with the dad that like, you can have this money, but you need to learn how to manage it and stuff. But also, even though you're 18, I think you need those stepping blocks to help. And like, who, like, are the parents supporting him on how, like, does he know what that even looks like? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, well, that's part of it. It seems like he's stuck in the middle, so he doesn't know who to listen to, what to do.
I will say, Mom was out of pocket when she was like, if you're going to spend it like that, go live with Dad.
Literally.
I'm sorry.
I cannot stand when parents do that, when they, like, give their kids money and then hold it over their head.
Yeah.
Absolutely not.
So my verdict would be no asshole here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they just need to all sit down and talk, the three of them, and figure it out.
I agree. Yep, I agree.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Damn. Okay.
Okay. Am I the asshole for excluding my brother from our family vacation?
Ooh, that's a little tricky title there.
I know, right? There's
I don't
so
know.
many family dynamics I need to understand.
Yes, I can't say anything just based on that title. So.
Yeah, right? Okay. 1 year ago, I started planning a family vacation for my brothers and parents. I figured we could each pay our share as well as split the cost for my parents to treat them. My brothers are both adults with well-paying jobs. My younger brother was more than happy to contribute while my oldest brother made excuses. We spoke to my parents about it and they were ecstatic, although I clarified I was unsure if oldest would be going. We were all having dinner together, so it prompted them to ask him why he wasn't going. He gave a mirage of excuses, which ranged from I don't know if I'll be busy that day to I'm not sure I can afford it, but he did not give a concrete answer. My parents tried convincing him that if he saved now, he should be able to go. He said he'd think about it. Fast forward to 6 months ago, and I'm giving updates for the no-shows, oldest brother, and asked him to give me an answer as I was booking plane tickets. He said he hasn't decided and will book his own ticket given if he does go. Fair enough. 3 months ago, I told him this was the last time I would be asking him, is he attending, yes or no? He again made excuses, but nothing concrete, so I told him I will be taking that as a no. Today, my younger brother and I had lunch together when he called us saying that he will be going after all. We told him that was great and it'd make mom and dad happy, but to be aware his share went up since last minute changes are expensive. He absolutely lost it and said it wasn't fair and that it wasn't his fault I was a shitty planner. My younger brother jumped in and told him that we both paid for our parents' share and have been asking him for months if he was going. It's not our fault. You can't make up your mind. He hung up on us. Then we got a call from our parents saying the oldest was very upset as he was excited to go, but now he can't because he can't afford it. They offered to pay for him. I told them it wasn't right as his trip was a gift for them. We gave our oldest brother fair warning and he didn't care. Now he's saying I'm an asshole for excluding him from the trip. Wanted to clarify some points as I did not expect this to blow up as much as I did. 1, my brother is able to afford the trip but chooses not to pay for it as my parents have a history of paying for things should he throw a fit. 2, we had discussed his plan well beforehand and I just pushed it forward as we were all on board. We even offered to help as long as he helped with our parents' share. 3, he has a history of indecisiveness and waiting until the last minute to accept. My mom actually agreed with me that his excuses mean it's a no and he has to learn his lesson if he stays behind. My dad is usually the one who offers to cover for him despite what we say. 4, I have absolutely no issue with them paying, although I don't think it's fair. I cannot control what my parents do. That oldest brother is the hardest core asshole.
I know. Okay, see, so here's the thing. With both of us being type A, that shit pisses me off.
Same.
I understand that I can come off a little pushy because I do like to organize.
Yep.
But the guy, the poster, he wasn't being pushy at all. He was just being like, hey, are you going to go? They kept bringing it up and talking about it, just trying to get details of it. And then thinking that, at the last minute, you can join and that it won't, that the prices will stay the same. That's not how it works, dude. Have you ever gone on a vacation?
Literally.
That's not how it works.
I'm so triggered because the amount of times I've tried to plan things and people give me a maybe. It's my time and energy is valuable. And if you can't give me an answer, then deal with whatever that ends up looking like.
Exactly.
Because also, it shouldn't be the sister's job to chase after him.
Yeah.
Especially because it sounds like she was very clear that the prices could go up. You are not paying for it. This is all the stuff that's going to happen if you wait. And he just didn't listen and then got mad about it. And the fact then that the older brother is okay with his parents paying for it when it was supposed to be a gift tells me everything I need to know about the older brother. Exactly.
It feels so manipulative of what he did.
Totally.
It feels really icky.
Yep. It does.
Ugh.
Gross.
Totally the asshole. Well, okay, original poster is not the asshole, but the brother is the asshole.
1000%. Ugh. Okay. This title grabbed me, so we'll see.
Okay.
Am I the asshole for not allowing my daughter to wear something because it's ugly? So let's read this because
That's interesting. Okay.
Yep. Yeah. So I have a daughter who's 14, my husband is 41, and I'm 38. My daughter is really into Y2K style right now. It's more Bratz dolls, less real early 2000s fashion. She receives a monthly allowance from us to have a little autonomy. Last week, she went to a thrift store with her older sister and bought the ugliest tie-dye miniskirt imaginable. It's brownish and honestly looks like she had a poop accident, as one of the stains is around her bum area. Yesterday, she came down wearing that skirt. Her grandma said, absolutely not, that is too short, go change. My daughter started protesting and asked me about it. I said that the length was fine, but I did not want her to go out in something that makes her look like she had an accident. My mother-in-law started shooting daggers at me after I said that. My daughter went upstairs and changed into a pair of shorts. While she was up, she told me that it was inappropriate that I let my daughter do and that I was mocking her by what I said. Also, that I was showing her it was okay to be shallow and buy into trends. Honestly, I was not concerned until my husband came home saying he agreed with his mother. He was not a fan of how I handled this. I'm very confused. She's wearing normal girl stuff, not scandalous. It's normal. But my husband said it is stupid that I draw the line at ugly. Am I the asshole?
That was funny. That comment from the husband was really funny. Oh, God, this is hard because I think my personal experiences are coming in as a 14-year-old. That age is already hard enough. Yep. And the fact that it's older women criticizing, like, that shit lasts forever. Yep. You know why? Because I'm still dealing with that shit today, you know?
Literally.
So it's like, it's hard for me to be like, the mom and the mother-in-law are the assholes or whatever, but a part of me is like, okay, I understand maybe the skirt was just fucking ugly.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
Here's how I feel. I honestly think I agree with the husband the most because of what he said at the end. Where like, you're gonna draw the line at ugly.
Yeah.
I could honestly understand her perspective more if it was like inappropriate and she was wearing it to school, right? Yes. I think to some limit, like when I was growing up, my parents didn't even let me wear ripped jeans for the longest time. So like, but I turned out okay. Like,
wait, so when was the first time you wore ripped jeans?
College. I was a
Shut
rebel.
the fuck up.
I'm not joking.
You're a rebel.
I remember when I bought like this super ripped pair of jeans my freshman year of college, and I was like, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh. I love it.
But again, I turned out okay. So that's me being understanding of when parents like don't want kids to wear something that's not appropriate. Their parents, they're going to tell you sometimes. Yeah. But when it comes to saying, oh, that's ugly, I feel like that shit sticks with kids. Like, they're discovering style. They're trying different things. Okay, it's a really ugly skirt. But if you say it's still appropriate lengthwise, if she just really loves it and wants to wear it, just let her. Let her. You have different styles. She's going to learn from her style mistakes, as we all do at that age.
Literally.
So I feel like it was just a problem that didn't need to be a problem, but I don't necessarily think the mom is an asshole. I think it's just one of those things where it's like, maybe just let it go next time, you know?
Yeah, you put that really well because I think, right, I feel like when you say like, oh, that's inappropriate or if it's too short, blah, blah, right? Like, I agree. Some clothing for teens, way too short, like not.
Especially in the school setting.
Exactly. A little inappropriate, right? Totally get that. But then when the mom says it's ugly, it's digging into her taste, like the child's taste. And I think that is what resonates even deeper of like, oh my God, like my taste sucks because mom says blah, 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 or whatever, which I mean, again, can feed into a lot of different things. But, okay, so then our verdict would be...
I don't think anyone's an asshole. I think maybe sucks? Grandma's an asshole. Because grandma's like, maybe a little bit just because she's assuming she gets to decide this stuff when like you're not the parent. So like, first of all, be quiet a little bit. Yeah. And I think that it sounds like the way she talked to the mom was very like demeaning. And it's like, is it really that big of a deal, Grandma?
Yeah. Yeah. So maybe everyone sucks here because the grandma sucks. The mom kind of sucks for saying that it's ugly. Yeah. Maybe the husband is excluded from that. So everyone sucks except the husband.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. Yeah. Okay. This title might be a little controversial, but when I saw it, Selena, we have to read it. I didn't read it, but I have to hear this story. Ready?
Okay. Yes.
Okay.
Stop.
Okay. Sorry. Okay. Sorry. Okay. Am I the asshole for being annoyed that a friend of mine insists I'm autistic?
Oh. Oh no. Oh no.
Oh no is right. I read that and my jaw dropped. I was like, your friend insists you're what? and here's the thing. There is nothing wrong with being on the spectrum. That's not what I'm saying at all. But I think it is one of those things that can have such a negative connotation in society, that someone insisting you have any kind of mental health diagnosis or whatever is really offensive. So right now I'm thinking this person's not the asshole, but we'll see.
Yeah, like you can't just go around saying that shit. Like that's not acceptable, okay?
Literally. The heck? Okay.
Yeah.
I, male 35, have a friend, female 30, who insists that I'm on the spectrum when she finds out about random preferences of mine. Some examples. I'm single and live alone. Most nights for dinner, I'll heat up a Trader Joe's frozen meal and add some fresh vegetables to zhuzh it up and make it healthier. They tend to be from the Indian selection because they're fairly inexpensive per meal, aren't high calorie / loaded with carbs like a lot of other TJ's frozen stuff, and it's convenient to not have to put much thought or prep into eating by myself. She sees this as a form of comforting myself with familiar stimuli. I'm not otherwise super picky or averse to new things. We gotta keep reading.
Okay. Yep.
Second example. Most nights I like to unwind and play the daily challenge of a specific video game, Crypt of the Necrodancer, to get on the leaderboard for the day. It's a fun 30 minutes or so. She sees it as proof that I need to stick to a ritual to self-soothe. Next example. I had to spend the night on her couch a while back and didn't get any sleep. I have ongoing issues with insomnia and she knows this, but saw the discomfort in going from my king-size memory foam mattress to her cramped firm couch as more autism-based sensory issues. When I get annoyed at her insistence, she counters with, there's nothing wrong with being on the spectrum. A lot of people are. Don't be ashamed of it. I've been in therapy for almost a decade for various issues like depression and anxiety, which makes introverted more evidence to her, and none of the professionals I've worked with have ever suggested being tested. This is probably a clumsy way of putting it, but it comes across as someone insisting a man who dresses and grooms himself well is gay. There's obviously nothing wrong with being gay, but if they're not, and continued insistence feels dismissive. She's not a mental health expert in any way beyond reading articles on social media, but I'm concerned about being bigoted by getting annoyed at the repeated insistences. There isn't anything to be ashamed of if you're on the spectrum. This friend is the hardcorest, assholiest asshole. Sorry.
She's not even a friend. That's my argument. She's not a friend.
No, she's not. And I'm sorry if those are what we're talking about, and I don't mean this in any type of way, then I must be on the spectrum. All of my friends must be on the spectrum. Like, that's normal stuff. Also, wanting a routine and sticking to a routine to, like, help soothe and, like, keep yourself, like, calm is a very normal thing to do, especially as a type A individual.
Yes, exactly.
What is she talking about? I'm sorry. I'm going to use my mental health expertise here a little bit.
Yeah, please.
I have to share my frustration that, like, this is a problem we run into so much nowadays, is people love to self-diagnose or try to diagnose their friends. You are not trained to do that.
Yeah,
I'm not saying that you can't be curious about different diagnoses and, like, read up on it and try to learn, but, like, that's what mental health professionals are there for, to diagnose you, because we are trained how to do that. You don't get to diagnose someone when you're not a mental health professional to do that. Nor would I, even as a mental health professional, try to diagnose a friend, because that's not my place.
Exactly.
That's called professional boundaries and ethics.
Literally.
Now say your piece.
Honestly, I thought the post was going to be like, my friend, she's a doctor and blah, blah, blah. And she said this out of concern because I've been doing this and she's noticed that my routine has changed, blah, blah, all that shit.
Yeah.
And then it's not. It's like, oh, she's read a couple of articles online and is gaslighting me now to tell me that I am autistic. Like, that is so evil. Like, this is not a friend.
No.
She's so out of line trying to insist that he's autistic. Like, that's, like, please sit down and just shut up. Like, literally. Like,
sit down and shut up.
No one needs your opinion Because obviously it's not fucking informed. Like, did you go to school for this? No.
No. And even the examples he gave are so out of pocket. I'm in disbelief. Like,
yeah.
How is that? Sleeping on an unfamiliar bed is sensory issues? No. Like, wanting to play a specific game at the end of the day to unwind? No. Yeah. Like, what?
That baffles me. Wow. I hope he, like, cuts her off.
I hope so, too, because that would, like, really blow on my self-esteem, and it makes those are the kind of friends that people have that make you self-conscious to be yourself and ask for what you need. I missed a paragraph when I was reading it. I just realized, so let me read this. If we're at a club together, I'll usually excuse myself a couple times a night to go outside because the volume and strobe lights can get a little much after an hour or so, especially if I'm also dancing. She says this because of my autistic sensory issues.
Stop.
Like, what? I know, it's like ridiculous.
I'm sorry. I've literally gone to clubs before where it's like I've gone outside because I need a moment.
Look at us in Vegas.
Like, like, what the heck? There are like outside areas in clubs for a specific reason, people. Like, it's like, you know what I mean?
Literally. And you can also have like sensory issues of different kinds without being autistic.
Yes, exactly.
So, what? This one shocked. Oh gosh, that girl is
I don't like her. She's
asshole.
On my shit list.
Literally, she's on my shit list as well.
Oh my gosh.
So this one is kind of long, but bear with me. Okay. My 24 male best friend has a girlfriend who's super weird, not just in the way she acts, but her whole personality too.
Wait, what's the title?
Oh.
Sorry.
No, that's okay. I totally forgot. Am I the asshole for telling my friend's girlfriend to stop this shit when she pulled out tarot cards? Which this question itself doesn't make sense, but let's read it.
Let's read. Yep. Okay.
My best friend has a girlfriend who's super weird, not just in the way she acts, but her whole personality too. She believes in tarot cards, palmistry, crystal energy, and all that sort of crazy stuff. He started to bring her to group meetups, and she seemed like a relatively chill person. She was just chatting and smoking some pot and stuff. One time when I was at his house, though, she started to ask me what my zodiac sign is and tell me what crystals match my energy. There was another time when one of our other friends was going through a breakup, and she just straight up said to him, I guess that's what happens when a Virgo dates an Aries. It's just my personal...
Is she wrong, though? Just kidding.
It's just my personal opinion that anyone who believes in this stuff probably has a screw loose up there. But I didn't say anything because that's his girlfriend. She started to talk about this shit more and more. I invited him to my house one day, and when he arrived, his girlfriend was there too. I wasn't rude or anything, but also wasn't super friendly to her because I didn't even invite her. For a while, we were watching a movie until she pulled out a pack of those tarot cards. She started telling me that she wanted to give me a reading. I said no thanks. But she started pushing, saying that she just wants to see what my reading comes out as. I think the fact that this was in my house and that I hadn't even invited her made me fly off the handle. And I ended up saying loud, but not shouting at all, I have a reading for you. Stop this shit and get real. She asked if
Holy shit.
She asked if I was being serious, and he thought I was joking. I kept a straight face and said I wasn't, and that I was fed up with all this psycho shit. His girlfriend started crying and calling me names, and my friend said, why are you being such a dick, before leaving. A few other friends that know us have literally agreed with me, saying that she tries to push that shit on anyone, and they're fed up too. But some others say that I should have just let her do it to get it over and done with. Am I the asshole? And then there's like a few other edits that I can read after we discuss.
Okay. First of all, women can't fucking have hobbies nowadays without being fucking criticized.
Literally.
Leave her the fuck alone.
Literally.
Who gives a shit?
Literally.
Like that, I don't believe in that shit, but that's, like, if someone brings it up, I'll be like, oh my God, like, that's so cool. Like, I'm a Scorpio, like, blah, blah. Like, try to make fucking conversation. It's something that she likes to do. Leave her the fuck alone. I hate this shit. I literally hate this shit because it's always a double fucking standard where it's like women can't have any hobbies, but suddenly when men do it, oh, it's fine. Like they can do it. Like, I'm like, no, I don't give a fuck. I do not give a fuck.
Literally. And even the way he was like, even the way he wrote this, I can tell he's an asshole.
Yes. Yes.
The only thing that I could see as annoying, but I don't even believe this is true, is like her showing up and then like insisting he does a reading. Like,
Yes.
okay, if he doesn't want it, don't do it.
Yeah.
But I guarantee that her pushing him was like her asking him a second time. Like, I bet she wasn't even pushing him and he was just being an asshole. Like, I just don't understand why it's that big of a deal. If someone believes in astrology and whatever, fine. And the comment about like, that's what happens when an Aries dates a Virgo or whatever, like, that's funny. I don't even understand it. And it's funny because who cares?
Yes, who gives a shit? Literally. And you know what? It was the way that he wrote it too, like you had said, where he was like, not pulling this shit in my house and blah, blah. I'm like, whoa, dude, in your house, it's your rules.
Like what do you think? You're going to get haunted by a fucking witch?
Yes.
Like, relax, bro.
I'm like, holy crap. Like, again, I understand that, like, if she wasn't invited, yeah, that's fucking annoying. But, like, you don't need to be so fucking angry about her interests. Like, oh my gosh, like, that's crazy to me.
I can't. Ugh. I really can't.
Yeah. Okay, what are the updates or the edits?
Okay. What's TLDR?
Oh, that's like too long to read.
Okay.
Here's like a summary, but you can skip that. Yeah.
Okay. Edit. Because I forgot to mention and someone's comment made me remember, I don't know if this is true or not, but my friend has said to us once that his girlfriend has some kind of personality disorder but wouldn't specify what. I don't know if that's part of the reason for her behavior. I see some people saying that I'm assuming she has a personality disorder because she liked tarot. Please read properly. I said that my friend has literally said to us that she has one, not that I think she does. I'm sorry. But those
that makes
things,
it even worse.
That made him even more of an asshole.
Yeah, honestly.
Those two things have nothing to do with each other. There is no correlation between tarot cards and personality disorders in the DSM-5. Yeah. What?
Wait, that's so crazy. Like, I literally have tarot cards. Like, I must have a personality disorder. Literally. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that edit made him even worse.
What the actual heck? The fact that he said some kind of personality what does it say? It says, I don't know if that's part of the reason for her behavior. What behavior?
Yeah, like
her sharing and being excited about what she's interested in?
And the fact too, it's like he needs to find a reason for her being weird and having these weird interests or whatever. Like, dude, sometimes there's not a reason. Sometimes people just like shit.
Yeah. And maybe it is weird to you, but deal. I'm sure you have weird interests also.
Oh, no, he doesn't, Dione.
No.
He probably doesn't.
Oh, God,
what is he, 24, right? Literally. Is he 24? He's like, his name is probably 24. Chad?
Yeah, I'll bet. Kyle, probably. Okay. Last edit.
Okay.
Wow. I went to sleep, woke up, and checked my post not too long ago, and I'm very, very surprised at how much attention it got. It seems to be mostly ESH.
Everyone sucks here.
Oh, but because there's loads of responses, I can't really tell. I understand now I went too aggressive and should have just said no again. I guess that the fact it was in my house and she wasn't invited along with the other things she said to me and my friends in the past, the example I gave at the start when my friend broke up, was what made me get angry a lot faster. I'm going to apologize to my friend. I don't know about her though. And then see where our friendship goes from there. Thanks all.
He's going to apologize to his friend, but not the girlfriend?
He really is an asshole. And clearly in his edit, I guarantee he just didn't want to read through the posts of the people calling him an asshole. Because I can't imagine people reading that and thinking that he's not the asshole. And I guarantee that people who said the things like, okay, maybe you have a right to be like frustrated by a couple things. Yeah. But like...
I also understand the verdict of everyone sucks here too, because like we had said, like maybe she was being really, really pushy about it, or she was asking multiple times, and like the way that she wasn't invited originally, like that would kind of piss me off too, but it's totally fine or whatever. So like I understand the verdict of everyone being like, oh, everyone sucks here, but like I 100% think that he is the asshole. Like I think he
so
just,
too, no doubt.
Yeah,
I hate him. Chad, Kyle, Brian, whatever the fuck your name is. I hate you.
Wow. That was a good one to end on.
That was a good one
was
to
really
end on.
good.
These are some really interesting ones.
Right?
This thread is fascinating to me.
Oh my gosh,
it
Theone,
really
now that you have read it on your phone, you're just going to scroll. And it's so addicting because it's like, well, I just want to know everyone's business. Like,
Literally.
I just know.
Oh, goodness gracious.
My gosh.
So, Selena, you want to tell our listeners what our topic is next week? Because we actually have one.
We do, you guys. Don't worry. So next week, Theone and I will be doing another ranking episode because we haven't done that in a hot second. And Theone and I, we are going to do the impossible task of ranking our top 5 favorite books. So it's going to be a little tricky.
I literally don't know how I'm going to do this.
Yeah, it's going to be hard. It's going to be hard. I'm scared.
I wouldn't even be able to limit my top 5 favorite SJM books.
I know. That's funny. Isn't that funny though? Now you got to look at all of your books that you've read though. So
okay, well, we'll see how this goes, folks. I'm about to have my entire bookshelf of honorable mentions. I can't. Oh, goodness gracious. Okay. Well, thank you guys so much for listening, and we'll see you next week.
Bye.